What a weekend of Premier League football we've had for you guys. This week has been amazing. And just before the World Cup, the Premier League delivered another fantastic week. Arsenal beat Wolves 2-0 to stay on top of the Premier League and go 5 points clear of Manchester City after they dropped points to the Bees at Brentford over there. And Ivan Toney bagging a brace and a former Arsenal Academy player getting that assist to get them the winning goal. Also, Newcastle versus Chelsea. And once again, another former Arsenal Academy player delivering in Joe Willock with the 1-0 win versus Chelsea. We're going to get into that. Bice is not happy today. Tottenham, once again, just getting away with it. Tottenham, you keep getting away with it. Comeback FC, second half FC. Tottenham Hotspur came back and won the game 4-3. They were behind every single time Leeds scored, and somehow they still won the game 4-3. 7-goal thriller. What a weekend it was. And to cap it all off, Manchester United won their game with a late winner from the young man Alejandro Garnacho. And I'm not going to lie, I might have butchered his name, but that guy, you got to give it up to him. He's looking legit. But yeah, let's bring Bice in the house. Bice, how you doing? Your team, Chelsea, getting slapped up by Newcastle. We tried to tell you Newcastle's categorically better. My man Jay tried to tell you, and you're saying they're not there yet. Do you believe that they're there yet?
They're not. They had a good game against us. They're not. They're just not, bro. I saw a Chelsea team with mainly bro. There's no disrespect to how they bossed the game because they completely.
We're gonna get into Chelsea, bro. I just wanted to say hello, but yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. We're gonna bring Dammy in. Dammy, you ready, bro? Bring Dammy in the house. Manchester United fan, you must be gassed, bro.
What are we saying?
You gassed, eh? Your boys keep delivering.
Last you put for the World Cup, so of course I'm gassed.
There you go. And Rakesh is here to represent Liverpool, but I don't know what's going on with his thing. Alan is supposed to be here any moment now. We're just waiting for Alan to join in. Alan. Jesus, man. Alan's going to be joining us any moment now, but let's get through some. Oh, Alan is in the building. Mr. 7-goal thriller. What's going on, Alan?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Doing good. By the way, can we confirm? Are you still Conte out, by the way?
Yeah, I don't feel like flip-flop like you again. I am still Conte out.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Alan went nuts the other day.
Yeah, so I said it my watch along. I'll say it now. Conte out. I am done with this. I don't care. I don't care for that reaction.
Listen, that day was legendary. Anyways, guys, you guys know where to catch Alan. Time added on. That's his channel. Go check him out. Big up to everyone jumping through right now. We got my guy Yesin in the house. Let's go through some of these comments before we begin. Big up Thunder Road saying, pray for Melina, who hopefully she gets better, man. Hopefully she gets better. Apparently she is better. Yes, hopefully she does get out. She's had lung complications, so we wish her all the best. Mustafa in the house. Big up Mustafa, always modern. Omar Noor in the building. Big up Omar Noor in the house. What did Colleen say? Colleen can't make it today, obviously, because this is Vibes from the 6th show. Come on, hopefully next time we're doing an Arsenal show, my guy. So Moss, no Colleen today, unfortunately. Big up Joe Willock. He's a United legend. Nice. What? Yeah, Newcastle United legend, maybe. Newcastle United legend. Then we got Rakesh. You ready? Let me know when you're ready, Rakesh. Alan, people laughing already with Alan. Conte out. Alan said in 4K. Yep, Alan is Conte out. But before we grown man celebrating manager out is cringe. Bro, Thunder Roads, it's not about the celebrating of that. It was more, I was just in the mood. It was a good time. I was enjoying myself. My team lost, but I like to see the other people going crazy. Really, wow. Hope she's okay. Yeah, man. Hopefully Melina's okay, man. She's really going through a tough time right now. But yeah, big up Jack Napier in the house. It's been a minute since we've seen this guy. It's been a minute.
Jay's number one up. Crazy.
Jay's number one up. Don't go anywhere, Bice. Ilyas is saying don't go anywhere. Rakesh, let me know when you're ready. Hamza will also be joining us. Hamza will also be joining us. whenever he's done with his stream over at Never a Foul. So big up Hamza anytime, every time. But where do we begin? I guess, should we begin with Manchester United since that game happened today? Or should we begin with Chelsea? Let me know, chat. Where should we begin? Should we begin with Chelsea or should we begin with that? But how is everyone today anyways? Everyone's good?
I mean, the day started well. We won, so then it got even better. And I've just checked my Twitter timeline to see that Wasio of a guy called PCR37 just chatting shit to the sun. It just ruined the night, kind of. But apart from that, good day for the 3 points.
Bro, you really don't like Ronaldo, do you?
Bro, well, how can I? How can you say the shit that you said today and think I'm gonna like you? Like, what do you mean?
What did he say?
Wait, what did Ronaldo say?
Yo, go onto Twitter and go and see everything. Go and watch it. Go and look at it. I can't believe you haven't seen it. Go on Twitter and go and see what he did. Piers Morgan, precisely. Go on that and you'll see what he said.
So Ronaldo had an interview with Piers Morgan that blew up the internet today.
It comes out Wednesday, but yeah.
Yeah, it comes out.
What did he say in this interview?
I don't trust. You see, the thing is, I don't trust clips out of context. That's what I don't do. I don't trust clips out of context. Okay, because it was the same thing with the Lukaku interview. Like, a lot of sentences out of context, and it just made the situation seem way worse than it was.
See in its entirety and then judge.
Yeah. Has clipped and said specific things that he did say, but we'll do allegedly then. So at least until we watch it, he did say that he doesn't respect Ten Hag because he didn't feel he respected him at first. He criticised Ralph Rangnick, saying, "How can you be a manager but you can't even be a boss?" Something like that. He criticised allegedly Wayne Rooney and said he's just jealous that I'm still playing at the top level when he's retired. And apparently, he also said that he's good looking and Rooney, or he's better looking than Wayne Rooney. I don't understand why you're saying that, but it's what
that's why it's good to wait until the full video comes out, because I said,
we can't. Well, first of all, clips are supposed to be the most out of context moments to get people enticed to go watch it. So if Ronaldo is a professional that he is, I don't believe he would say stuff.
The egoist image he has is easy to exploit when he does.
People saying Ronaldo deserves better. Would you take him at Chelsea, Yasin? Let me know.
Yeah, why are you asking Yasin that?
I did say allegedly, because again we haven't seen that. And I did say we'll wait, but again there are some clips that Piers Morgan, who did the interview, is the one saying that he said. So at the end of the day, I don't really care. We have to get him gone. He's doing all these interviews in the middle of the season. He wanted to drop an interview.
But that interview's been teased a long time ago, though. Like,
what?
It wasn't that interview teased like a long time ago. Like, they said he did say he's gonna do an interview either way, like whether he left or whether he stayed. He just chose to do it with Piers because, like, you know, him and Piers have done several interviews before.
Wait. Fabrizio posted it.
No, the actual interview's not out. There's clips of the interview that are out.
Shit.
Clips, but not the actual full thing is not out.
So guys, the check this out. This is the front cover of The Sun tomorrow. Ronaldo tells Piers Morgan, Manchester United have betrayed me, and I've been black sheeped. What?
That was a black sheep. What is that? What's wrong with being a black sheep?
I've been made a black sheep. I don't respect Ten Hag.
He was made to train with the fans. He was made to train with the kids, right? But this is obviously a very orchestrated PR campaign for him to leave. Apparently he wanted to leave in the summer.
Also, I wouldn't take everything the Sun newspaper says as gospel.
Absolutely.
Hold on, because when you look at it, like immediately after our game yesterday, I think it was either the Telegraph or the Sun tweeted something about Thomas Tuchel's interview that Thomas Tuchel was doing, and something about Mason Mount. So, like, immediately after we lost, like I'm saying, immediately, the Telegraph, the Sun, and probably all of them started putting out Chelsea information because, you know what I mean, Chelsea fans were having a breakdown on the timeline. I don't trust, like, media, and especially out of context clips, because, like, he could say he didn't respect Ten Hag at first, but then, you know what I mean, you know how that goes. Like, further down the line, you can say, but I grew to have an appreciation and a respect for him because he spoke. You know, this is how the media does it, man. But, you know, guys are going to just take sound bites and, you know, the egoist mentality, image that Ronaldo has already. They're just going to try to play on that narrative because, like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I won't trust it until I watch the full interview myself.
Okay, and you know what? Just before we start, people in the chat, let me know which topic you want to start with. Do you want to start with Manchester United? Do you want to start with Chelsea? Do you want to start with Man City? Because Hamza's in the building. Hamza is in the building. Hamza, you eating your pasta and banana today?
Nah, man, I'm got my banana and pasta, man. Huh? Nah,
Okay.
man. I finished it already.
Okay. You're gonna say something? Was it Dan or
Miguel,
Rakesh?
yeah, just one thing following up from what Bison and Bison absolutely accurately. Look at the Lukaku interview. Anybody who's talking about the Lukaku interview, yeah, a lot of stuff came out of context. I watched the full thing. I used to live in Italy. I speak Italian. I watched it in Italian, and a lot of the stuff that was said was completely out of context. So, stuff
can I show you everything he said though, Rakesh?
Wait, but quickly.
We only looked at one tweet. There's like 7 of them. Another tweet here says he spoke about Cristiano Ronaldo was said that you're to destroy what?
As Picasso said, you have to destroy it and rebuild it. Right. And if they start with me, for me, it's not a problem. A club of this size should be at the top, but this is not the case. There is no excuses. And that is something that every single person that knows football has said.
And look at this. Nothing has changed since Sir Alex Ferguson left. We decided to return to Manchester United, and I followed my heart. Sir Alex Ferguson said to me, it is impossible for you to come to Manchester City. It's impossible for you to come to Manchester City. So I said, okay, boss. So he was going to go to Man City. Wow, Hamza.
There you are. I told you. There you are. That's the pulling power that we had. I told everyone that he wanted to join us, and there's something happened, and there you are. There you are. Big club.
There you are. Here's another one. He spoke about Ralph Ragnick. On Ralph Ragnick.
If you're not even a coach, how are you going to be the boss of Man United? I'd never even heard of him.
Yeah, there you are.
Everybody said it. Everybody said
he's a YouTube
this.
Manager. Remember, we said he's a YouTube manager.
Yo, guys, this is one more second.
All right,
this is the Ten Hag part.
He said, I don't have respect.
What?
I don't have respect for Eric Ten Hag because he doesn't show respect for me. Good. If you don't have respect for me, I will never have any for you.
Good man.
That's just as a man, bro.
He's a man. If you've been disrespected, you have to.
Guys,
he's a good man.
This is something I don't understand. Let me read the one. Man United tried to... Hold on.
The reason why I don't agree with all of this, though, is because at the end of the day, someone said a point here, and I agree with 100%. The only thing they didn't like here is the fact that when a third manager came in and made the choices for what he wanted to do, instead of being a puppet, it's not a problem. But last year, when he was playing most games and he was that guy and everyone loved him, it wasn't as big of a problem. And this is what our problem is. What do you mean Ten Hag disrespected him? If he's talking about the fact that he's not playing games, then how is that?
That's why this is the only thing that this gives me, Dammy. It just gives you points to go to and watch.
Points to, yeah.
Just like look for these key points and then look for these exact sentences because he can say this at the beginning and then completely by the end of that section of the interview, there's a complete change.
No chance because at the end of the day,
See what I'm saying about the no chance thing?
Man United tried to force me out. Not only the manager, but other guys who are around the club. I felt betrayed. I feel like some people did not want me at Manchester United, not only this year, but last year too. And then
you can tell, right? You know this is orchestrated PR campaign. Piers Morgan's interview is coming out. Fabrizio dropped it. And that other paper, which I'm not going to name, they also drop it all at the same time. This is all PR by Ronaldo's camp, all synchronized, all in tune, all in time. He wants out, but this is just not really the way to do it.
You know what, Alan? What do you got to say on this?
Yeah, for me, I kind of agree with what Rack said. Piers Morgan makes doesn't hide the fact that he likes Ronaldo, really good friends with Ronaldo, so. It's just one of them things. I think most of it's taken out of context, but I do think Ronaldo wants to leave, and I think it's all being done for him to leave. And I don't hold any grudges for him wanting to leave if he feels he's being disrespected. Anyone feels they're disrespected, whether you're a boss or you're a worker. You don't feel like you're disrespected and all that. You push your nose out of joint, so you just want to move on to another job. So. He'll leave at the end of the season. And for me, like I said, I think he's got to go to a lesser league. No disrespect to probably the French or Portuguese league. You know, that's where he'll find it better. But he's just too old for the Premier League now.
Okay,
he's leaving now. He's leaving now. Look at the timing.
In January.
He's going. He's going.
Right? He's not going to Manchester United. He's not going back to Man United to Old Trafford to train. He's going on a Portugal now. When the World Cup is over, he's not going back to Manchester United. He's leaving
January's
to go
done.
wherever he's going to go to.
Done.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Good. MLS, good. MLS, Sporting Lisbon, Qatar, send
Listen,
him.
if he comes to the MLS, guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm flying to that first game. Whatever city he goes to, Bice will be there. Live and direct.
If he goes to MLS, it's going to be a lot of money. But is he allowed to go back to America now?
Yes, I think he is now.
Yeah, the lawyer botched the case on behalf of the lady. So
okay. So some people are saying start on Chelsea. People are saying start on Man City. Some people are saying start on Newcastle. Some people are saying start on Chelsea. So people in the chat, vote right now. Let me know which game to start with. Also, hit that like button. We only have, come on, guys. We only got like 29 likes right now. You guys can do much better than that. We got almost 90 people in the house. And let me know if you can hear us all loud and clear. Put a number 1 in the chat. So let's begin. The people have voted, and I think they've decided that it's Chelsea. Let me just double check. Okay, guys, I shouldn't have included Arsenal because this is an Arsenal channel. We always talk about Arsenal. Really?
Come on, man.
People vote. 50% vote for Arsenal. You know.
City lost as well, man. Why? You know what I mean? Why everybody wants to talk about Chelsea? Come on, man.
You know what? People actually want to start with Arsenal. It's crazy.
Arsenal fan channel. Well, let's go to the title challenge.
All right, you know what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with Arsenal, and then we're gonna go to the next one. But you guys decide who you want to talk about next, either City, Chelsea, Tottenham, or Man United. Okay, I'll leave one for later. So I'll put CFC.
Please, then we'll put, leave Chelsea alone, man. Come on.
What? Leave Chelsea alone. Chelsea's the main part of today's show, bro. You can't hide from it. You can't hide from it.
I'm sick of these guys, man.
You can't hide from it. Chelsea's going to be a big part of today's show.
Are we talking about Arsenal to begin with, are we? Are we talking about Arsenal to begin with?
Let's start with Arsenal, top of the league, top of the table, doing our thing.
Title challengers, right?
Can I go first?
Bro, challengers. We're being chased at this moment in time.
Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff.
Guys, clip it.
No,
there's no need to clip it. That's the reality.
18, 19,
one second. Hamza, you're one of the Man City fans who've been talking about Arsenal all season. I'll let you begin, and then I'll say my piece after. Because I thought the game itself was a game of two halves. First half was quite poor. Second half, we clicked into gear, scored 2 goals. Odegaard has 6 goals this season. He's our leading goal scorer in the Premier League, I think. And he's absolutely been flying. Gabriel Magalhaes saved our asses a couple times defensively. Ramsdale didn't really have much to do the whole game. Xhaka got injured. Xhaka got sick on the pitch, and Fabio Vieira came in and had a good second half to lead to the opening goal. And you know what? Thank you also for Jesus and Zinchenko, because they brought that leadership we needed to get us to where we are right now. And the youngest team in the league, with the youngest manager in the league, top of the league, come Christmas, and we're sitting pretty. But yeah, what are you saying?
First, I just want to congratulate Arsenal. Well done. You don't get a trophy for being top of the league by November. That's bad news. But congratulations being top of the league. And I think one of the things that we have to say that, listen, I said it. I bigged up Arteta. I can't cuss Arteta, what he did for City. I big up Jesus. I big up Zinchenko. Top guys, man, what they did for Man City. But at the end of the day, I'm here just to tell everyone here, like, listen, we all have to unite for this common enemy now. You're either with the good or evil. Now, you have to realize that. And that's deep. I know, because now Arsenal are top of the league. Guys, they're coming back in January. We have to find a way of a tactic to make sure every one of us, it's our responsibility. They'll come to Tottenham. I need the 3 point taken off them. They'll go to Liverpool. I need that 3 points. I'm going to get my 6 points. Home underway. Bice, Emirates, do me a job. Bice, I don't give a shit. Bice, you have to get it. Bice, if you don't get that and they beat you 6 times, you bottled it. Because let me tell you something. Igal, I'm going back to you guys. You're 5 points ahead. Don't bottle it. I've said it. Do not bottle this lead because Leicester did not bottle that lead. Leicester City did not bottle that lead. So if Leicester City did not bottle that lead, Igal, I want to see you at the end of the season with the Premier League because now you're 5 points. I'm not the underdog. I'm chasing you now. Igal, all you just need to do, win all your games, you're champions. I don't want to hear that mentality, the young boys, because Fergie did it with kids. We heard the same thing. We were not predicted. Leicester were not predicted. I don't take that. I don't care what you say. I don't hear your story, your fairy stories.
Hamza,
once you're top of the league,
at the end of the year.
Listen, Arteta, listen, I've got common enemy. I don't care what your expectation was. I don't care about that.
Is Man City still going to win the league in your books?
Listen, I'm talking with chest straight away. Look at the confidence. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I can tell Arsenal fans in their face. I'll rattle Arsenal.
What do you think? Who do you think is going to win the league?
We'll thrash you out the league. But where?
Okay, so then what's this pressure coming from?
No, because you're top of the league. I need to deliver it now. I need to deliver it because you're top of the league now. You're 5 points ahead. You're favorites. You're going Christmas. You gave a nice speech. No, let me finish the last statement. What did you say? We're going to the last game. Christmas, we're top of the table, guys. Now we're the top. Gabriel, you praise yourself so nice. Now, this praising, I better see the talking on the pitch. Deliver it. Don't do a hurricane.
We have.
Okay, we'll see. In June, you better deliver. If you don't win the league, Igal, you don't sit on top of the league and tell me I was just there for November and October just sitting on the table. But then I sat on the floor at the end of the meal. You sit on the same table as me.
I'm going to say this to you. Hamza's
the greatest.
You guys have been able to do this thing where you have had poor starts and second half of the seasons, you've gone and blitzed it, right? But in the same breath, you have more players going to the World Cup than we do. You have a lot of players also going to World Cup. So it's not just look at Arsenal only. Manchester City have a lot of things that could go wrong also. So realistically, at this moment in time, Arsenal at the top of the table, 5 points clear. It's on you guys to do something. And guess what? We're winning our games. You put a lot of pressure on us by losing your game against Brentford. All the pressure was on us. We had to go and deliver versus Wolves. We had to go and deliver against Wolves.
But them losing put the pressure on you.
Yeah,
it does. It does. Because
how does he do
that? When they lose a game,
that means if they won, there'll be less pressure.
Yeah. If they won, it would be less pressure because then we generally don't believe that going into the World Cup that this was going to be the outcome. And even a lot of Arsenal fans right now are still hesitant to say, "Oh, we're going to win it." But realistically, we're at this moment in time, we're the only team that are actually challenging it. Yeah. We're the only team that are actually challenging. That's the reality. 100%.
No, but you're top of the league.
That's fine. But you can't say that them losing increased the pressure on you. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Whatever the result, it would put pressure on us. Whatever the result, it puts pressure on us. At this moment in time, we're actually watching Manchester City games with some hope. That's the reality. We're watching
so your aim is to win the league, yes or no?
Yes, of course. That's everyone's aim.
Yes,
and now you're 5 points ahead. So you're on top of the league.
Hold on, Hamza. Pen and paper 2409. Igal says he's gonna win the league. Lovely.
No. I
thank you. There you are.
Can we get a signature? Igal, can we get a signature?
One second. What is embarrassing, my guy? Why does he have Terrence Morgan's belly? What the hell's going on?
Wait, guys, let me get my
okay. Pen and paper, guys.
First, can we just acknowledge that there was a game that went on? No one clearly cares about the game. Everyone just wants to talk about the fact that Arsenal is top of the league and should we win and putting pressure on.
100%.
Forget about all that for a second. About all of that for a second. At the beginning of the season, when everyone was talking about Arsenal, did any of you guys have this going on? Because you can put as much pressure as you want. I don't care. It's not going to affect me. I generally still believe that this team right now we're ahead of schedule and we should be battling for top 4 thing. But guess what? We've jumped up the gun. If we sign some players and strengthen in January, we are actually ready.
What schedule are you ahead of?
Bro, last year we were supposed to get top 4. We didn't get top 4. This year we were aiming to get top 4.
Schedule, you're behind schedule because it's taken you 4 years, so you ain't ahead of any schedule. You're behind. You're now getting to where you are. Before, obviously, I'd say disclaimer. I give Arsenal credit for where they are, top going to be in Christmas. Because last time I gave them props, and the girl didn't understand that, so I have to get that disclaimer out there. I'm giving Arsenal and giving Arsenal credit for where they are. Second of all, Hamza, take your camera off because you're here going, oh, I'm not scared. You're playing cheerleader for all our clubs to do you a favour. Have some dignity, you shameless man, you. Also, you tried to drop Harry Kane's name in it. The last time Harry Kane came to you, he scored 2 and beat you 3-2. So have a bit of respect for Harry Kane. You embarrassing fool. Anyway, let me go back to Igal. Arsenal are playing the best football in the league. They're exactly where they deserve to be. Yeah, I can't give them enough credit for where they are. This is the type of game last year you would have you obviously would have bottled it, but you didn't. So it doesn't matter about the result from Man City. Yeah, you didn't bottle it this time, so you got the result. Last time you would have dropped points. So yeah, it's all going well. But for me, I've said a lot. You wait till you get to the business end. Now you've got the World Cup break. This is unknown in the season. When teams come back, you'll see how they do because obviously you guys are playing together. You're top. You're fluid. Everything's going well for Arsenal. Now you've got a break. See how people come back from the World Cup, whether they're injured, whether the chemistry is still there, however, like you're a month apart. And then you get to the business end of like you were in the Europa League. More of your first team are going to be playing 2 games a week. Now you're going to be playing harder opposition. So now we'll see whether you will drop off or whether you will sustain. If you sustain, challenge to the end of the season, then
let me ask you guys a quick question. Would you guys bin off the Europa League and just try to win the league this year?
Okay. It's not quite the same thing, but the year we won the Champions League, we were ahead of City in the first half of that season. And we were going into the game against Bayern Munich. And I was like, I wouldn't be disappointed if we went out to Bayern Munich to give us enough hope to win the league. In the end, City caught us in the league, but we won the Champions League. So, you know. But that's a Champions League, not Europa.
What about the people in the chat? Let me know what you guys are saying.
Listen, man, you know, you're very slick with your words, bro. I won't let you slide, bro. I'm sorry. I won't let you slide. You know what I'm saying? I won't let you slide, bro. Because you admitted it. Not a lot of my players are going to the World Cup.
Absolutely.
Some shame, bro.
That's like, shameful.
Exactly. Like,
what's shameful?
Bro,
you have less guys going, so you have more time to work with.
And they've got
players.
jokers.
Exactly. Like, relax. Like, okay, when I look at it realistically, yeah, Ramsdale ain't going to be getting minutes, bro. Let's just be real. He's not
0 minutes.
He's not going to be playing. Then you look at
Tomiyasu.
Ben White. Ben White's probably gonna get games. He's gonna get games. You know what I mean? But you know, Southgate's a terrorist, so Ben White might probably play the last 5 minutes or something like that. You look at Jesus. He's gonna play. He's playing.
No, he's not gonna play. He's not gonna play. Richarlison plays. Richarlison plays.
When did you become a Jesus hater?
Come on, bro.
No. No. I'm telling you now. Since he's joined, Brazil plays. No, he is. But since he's joined Arsenal, they've refused to play him up front. It's Richarlison who plays centre forward. Mark my words. You'll see that. They took it away from him.
Gabriel Martinelli. Let's be. He's not gonna play left wing over.
Vinicius is playing. Vinicius is
better. So what's better? The team that has a bunch of players going that are starters, or the team that has a bunch of players going that are sitting on the bench?
Yeah, it's better for you, bro. That's what we're saying. Like, it's
way better for you.
Like, you have everything working in your favor, working for your good. I don't like Hamza said it, bro. You can't tell me that you're top of the league going into next year and then, you know what I mean, all of a sudden expect. Context of the league matters, bro. Every year the league has a context. Last year the context was that it looked as if Liverpool had it in their hands and they let it go. Then Arsenal had top 4 in their hands and they let it go. That was the context of the league. It was up down to those 2 teams too. Imagine if Liverpool did one against Leicester that had Amarte and Ndidi playing centre back. If they did not lose that game, they would have had enough points to win the league by the end of the year. Then Arsenal, if they just capitalized, remember 4 points clear 2 games in hand, going into the North London Derby. And what happened? They bottled it. You can't bottle this, bro. You just can't.
And Bice,
yeah.
Bice, you're right. Listen, Bice, they cannot bottle it because listen, if Man City players are Mr. World Cup, all the World Cup players, guys, if you take my players out the World Cup, there's no World Cup. It's a joke of World Cup. Imagine. No Bernardo Silva, no Cancelo, no Diaz, no Laporte, no John Stones, no Kyle Walker, no Akanji, no KDB. Bro, it's a joke. Who's going to watch that? It's a joke of a work. My guys are going to grind. Everyone's waking up in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, saying, oh, it's KDB today. Oh,
okay. Can I ask you guys
on the bench.
1 second.
You see,
I need to stop
you
everything.
have less pressure, man, in the World Cup.
1 second. This is how we're going to move on from this topic. Yami, can Arsenal win the league?
Yeah, you can.
I know it's painful, man.
I'm going to be honest with you. If you strengthen in January, then there's a big possibility that you can go on to the way Man are behaving. Who knows? However, I don't believe you're going to get the players that I think you need to win the league, and therefore Man City will win it.
Okay, Rax, same question. Can Arsenal win the league, and do you think they will?
Possible, but unlikely.
Okay, I say the same thing. Alan, same thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Vice, same thing?
Yeah, the favorites,
Hamza,
right?
same thing?
I think they're likely because a lot of our players are going to play World Cup.
I said likely.
Okay. He's doing this thing that Man City fans do. They put it on other people. I think Liverpool's going to win it. I think Arsenal's going to win it. Hamza,
no,
you can't cook nobody.
You're likely.
If you're coming at
you guys forgot, Hamza is the same guy January 1st. Hamza came January 1st. I won the league.
I won the league. But I'm telling you now.
He did say
January 1st.
Listen, I said I'm going to win the league.
New Year's Day, he said I won the league.
Listen, when I did this here 5 minutes ago, do you know what I thought about it, Bice? I remember the excuse that we always banter Liverpool. Oh, you won the COVID pandemic because of the COVID pandemic. Guess what? I just closed my eyes and I thought of the excuse they're going to say. Arsenal won the league, guys, because it was a World Cup. Guys, that's the excuse we might be using. I'm telling you now, I'm scared. That's the excuse they're going to be right. We won the league. Oh my God.
All right, yo, MANDEM, we got to move on. Chelsea have won the poll by 62%. Have voted for Chelsea. By the way, people, this is shameful. We have almost 100 people in the chat and only like 40 likes. Hit that like button, people. It takes 2 seconds. And put a W in the chat for everyone who thinks Arsenal's doing good this season and you weren't expecting this. Put a W in the chat and let us know how you feel about Arsenal. But now we're going to talk about Chelsea, Newcastle. And by the way, last stream a couple weeks ago, we had this bomb dropped on us. Bice was arguing with Jay, and this was happening.
This is what we're doing, yes. No better than Chelsea. Newcastle are better than Chelsea. They are objectively better than Chelsea at the end every facet. They are.
And Newcastle on the day were better than Chelsea. Bice, you got your asses handed to. I was watching that 3D. I don't know why I said 3D. I was watching it in 4K, chilling at home, kicking it, and I was like, "Yo, Newcastle are categorically better than Chelsea, bro. You can't even deny it no more." What are you saying?
What category is that?
Bro, when it comes to the defensive side, they're better than you. When it comes to attacking side, they're better than you. When it comes to midfield, they ran the midfield. Everything in that game, they were better than you. You can't say they were.
So the category is just that one game. The category is just that one game.
Okay, let's go based off this season. They're tied with the best defensive record this season. They have a goal difference of like plus 20. You guys have a goal difference of what? -1?
No, it's like probably -1, yeah.
So what are we talking about here? Based on this season, since the beginning of the season, 2 managers and everything, Newcastle have 8 wins, 6 draws, 1 loss, where Chelsea have 6 wins, they have 5 losses. Imagine that, and 3 draws. You're currently on 21 points, Newcastle on 30 points, and currently you guys have a 0 goal difference, conceded 17, scored 17. Newcastle have scored a total of 12 more goals than you and conceded 6 less goals than you. You're telling me Newcastle's not categorically better than you this season?
And I'm asking you what the category is.
Based on this season.
Bro, Newcastle ain't better than Chelsea. Me and you can open our mouth here and we say everything what you're saying. They're not better than Chelsea. They are overachieving. Just like what you'd like to say for your Arsenal team, I'm gonna say that for the Newcastle team because they're overachieving. That's it. Do you think Miguel Almiron's gonna win the Golden Boot?
No.
Okay,
but he's currently better than every attacker in your team.
He's scoring left and right. Do you think the Bruno Guimaraes is him? He's him. There's no debate. There's no question that guy is the best player outside of the top 6. Easily. Do you think they hold up? Do you think they make top 4 at the end of the year?
I think they can. But that would be depending on Chelsea, Man United, and Liverpool.
So you're saying that Chelsea at their worst would be the reason why Newcastle would achieve top 4?
No, I think it would be Liverpool would be the reason why they might not get it. Because Liverpool right now are only a couple points behind Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken.
Liverpool are ahead of Chelsea, brother.
Liverpool are ahead of Chelsea. Yo, what the hell's going on?
Liverpool and Manchester United are ahead of Chelsea Football Club.
Yo, have you guys looked at the table lately?
I looked at it and I look at this guy's gonna pull up the table now. Jesus.
I can't believe this. Hamza, you're second. Tottenham's 4th. Man United's 5th. Liverpool's 6th after the poor start they've had to the season.
Yep.
And Chelsea are 1 point behind them.
Yep.
When did Liverpool become 6th?
Look at the last couple games. The last 5 games. Loss, draw, win for Chelsea. Look at Liverpool. Win, lose, win. It you know what? They're not better than us. They are performing better than us at the moment. And I remember sitting here when, when we got Graham Potter, and everybody on the panel was telling me that Graham Potter is better than Thomas Tuchel. Everybody was saying it.
Allah, Haaland has more goals than Chelsea.
Yes, he does. Haaland alone has more goals than Chelsea.
Oh.
But when you look at it here, and I said it when we got Graham Potter, I said, yo, this guy is not good enough. Everybody was telling me he's elite. Emotional intelligence degree. Players play with a smile. Rax, remember? You remember, Rax?
I know. No, it's just the way you call it, the emotional intelligence
Hamza,
degree.
right? Once we sat
Man's got a PhD.
Hamza said, Bice. Hamza said, Bice, it worked. I won, Bice. I won. I led the campaign against Thomas Tuchel and they turned against him. And look what you have now. Every Chelsea fan I've seen on the timeline, and you guys can tell me if I'm lying. Every Chelsea space you're going to, what do they say? We wish we had Thomas Tuchel.
They say that.
I wish we had Thomas Tuchel. I'm sorry to Thomas Tuchel.
Hamza, you're living pretty right now.
Listen,
Hamza managed to convince every Chelsea fan.
I convinced a lot of Chelsea fans that Tuchel was an issue. That the Chelsea fans were messaging me, you're right. You've been telling us about Thomas Tuchel. He's a fraud. And they started to turn against him. And now I'm the culprit. You're right, guys. I put my hand on that one.
I'm just going to show this, and then we're going to go to Alan and Dami in a second. Look at that. That's Chelsea's last 5 games.
Oh my God.
Last 5 games.
It's been a shocking performance.
Can I tell you something?
Smoking that Chelsea pack.
Can I tell you something?
Anyways,
Chelsea hasn't lost 2. Chelsea have never lost 2 league games in a row for the past 2 years. And that just ended with Graham Potter 2 games ago.
Wow.
This is the first time Chelsea's lost 3 games in a row in about, I think, 3 years.
Wow. Yo, I'm just gonna bring Alan into this. Alan, you don't like Chelsea as much as the next guy. What are you saying?
Yeah, just find it quite funny, to be fair. When he first come in, I think he got results on the board. Obviously, it's gone a bit wrong, but I think Potter will do a job for you.
Jesus Christ.
I honestly do think it will. It's just obviously...
When?
Bias.
Why do I'm used to football. I'm used to football clubs developing players, Alan. Not developing managers, bro.
relax. You spoke for a bit. Let me.
Look at his face. He looks out of his depth.
You're absolutely. I love that result by that comment by Thunder Road. Actually, Alan on the panel is like Sami Zayn with the bloodline. That's actually brilliant.
Why does he look so scared? Why did they?
Bias.
Why does he look so scared?
Bias. It will take time because he's come into a team. But here's the thing: you guys you're here going about Thomas Tuchel, but Thomas Tuchel's results with Chelsea earlier in the season weren't that much better. You were struggling to beat teams. You were losing poor as well.
We never lost 2 games in a row.
Oh, wow, because it's 2 games in a row. Now it's crisis.
We lost 3 games in a row, and it cost us 9 points on the table.
Doesn't matter. Chelsea, for some reason, at this moment in time, is just toxic to manage because Tuchel weren't doing a good job. He won trophies, but
Chelsea's been toxic forever, bro.
Exactly.
There's report. Hold on. Did you know that after every league game Chelsea loses? Not even league game. Do you know that after every game Chelsea loses? When we had Roman Abramovich, he texts the manager a question mark. That's confirmed. That's confirmed.
Okay.
By players and managers.
No.
Every loss, they get a question mark text on the phone. It's been toxic.
Okay. Right, can I finish? Wow. Basically, what's happened is Todd Bowley's come in and Todd Bowley's gone, oh, yeah, I'm in charge. Look, I can do Roman. Here's all the money. And again, you've bought so many players and spent so much money on a team that isn't gelling. And it's going to follow the Arsenal mold. It takes time. 3-year process. You'll be there in 3 years. It's fine. It's what we have to do.
Maybe you should take some of your own advice.
I'm off for now.
We're developing managers like that. So this all comes back to it. So we have to give him time to develop.
Chelsea being so privileged in the fact you can just buy the top manager and win stuff and all that. And at the moment, you've gone the opposite way.
Wait. So now we're buying the top managers. Before we're just buying top players. Now the excuse is you can't buy top managers anymore. Yo, listen.
Buy everything.
Rax, take note, bro, because this is what happens when you get money. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you get money. Now you have to take notice of all the things that they'll say about you. You know what I mean? Take pen and paper and write this down.
Yeah, the London Cowboys buy everything. It's fine. You can
see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, Rax? This is going to be you.
Let me just see this. I'm gonna put a poll out. Is it Potter or is it the players to blame? And I'm going to go to Hamza in a second and Dami. So Hamza, do you blame Chelsea's players or do you blame Potter?
Look at shit players. They're saying shit players no, but when Tuchel lost, everything was... When we won, everybody said it was the bare minimum.
To be fair,
when we lose, everybody blames Thomas Tuchel. And that's the issue.
The only reason why I said Potter should... the only reason why I said Tuchel should have been sacked was because it seemed like he lost the dressing room. But the players were always the one that were letting you guys down. Anyways, Hamza, take it over.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, basically, I was gonna say that I think Thomas Tuchel should have gone. I think he had lost the dressing room. I think losing to Leeds 3-0, getting thumped with Arteta in the preseason, he had the style of play was negative. Okay, but the problem is they had backed him. They had backed him with 300 million. This is an incompetent board, incompetent owner who came here thinking that I'm going to be the guy. I told Vice, I said today, as soon as I heard your owner saying, I'll be the one in charge of transfer, I thought, this guy doesn't know much about transfers. He's not a negotiator. He's not worked in football. Why is it solely your responsibility to go and negotiate? And you got it wrong, because Cucurella, you never wanted Cucurella. You went and signed him. They offered us Cucurella for 50 million. You paid 65. They asked us for 50. They charged you 65. You told me you trust that kind of owners. Do you trust that kind of competency? That's an incompetent. You never wanted Cucurella. He was from nowhere. He was our last signing. We were getting Calvin Phillips, then it was Cucurella. In fact, even he liked Calvin Phillips' statement. That's what we were confident of getting. And City were just playing ball with them, being stubborn. And then you come from nowhere with no plan and you offered 65. Then you're frustrating Rafinha deal, offered 80 million on for
No.
You guys were just... No.
It was the price that they asked, 60 million. We never offered 80 million. But you guys were
just offering players. There was no structure, you can see. Okay, you back the guy. You then go and get Obama, who's not doing well at Barcelona. You then go and get a reject, Arsenal former reject. You come and get him. it was another disaster. I was thinking, there's no structure. You paid Sterling 50 million. I said, listen, I rate you Sterling, but I told you Sterling's not the right guy. Remember advice I told you? You said, you remember
I said it myself. I said it myself.
Yeah. I said Sterling was the wrong side.
I said,
Jesus,
he's my countryman. I'm going to back him once he's here. However, he's not the profile of player that we need. Rax remembers it. Everybody remembers it except my fan base.
But then you have to back the guy that has accepted all these transfers.
Thank you.
Not only that, okay, you get rid of Thomas Tuchel. The biggest mistake is you took a great risk. Like what Arsenal did. You can take a risk, but remember, it's a risk. Graham Potter has never managed a top club, has he? Has he achieved anyone at top level? No. You're Chelsea FC with big ego players. Has he ever done that? No. So you went and sacked a manager and you downgraded further. I know it could be the right guy. Yeah, it could be right. It could be the right guy. But as soon as you got him, I thought, it smells panic. And now you can see your club, even your team, your formation, the way you play, it's confused. Even there's a statement today, one of the Chelsea fans was telling me, when we were losing to the likes of thump to Brighton, and we thought, I never saw even Potter getting angry at one point. He wasn't upset. He was just there, quiet. He thinks he's still in Brighton. There's no pressure.
Because he came out, you know, one of the things that came out once Potter was there, they said the players are glad because they don't have a manager shouting on the touchline anymore. They never like getting shouted at from the touchline.
So see that, but guys, there's no doubt about, we can agree it was a downgrade, but also your players have not reached the potential. And I'm gonna call out for certain players. Champions League Havertz, that guy is a criminal. He has done well from that scoring. That Havertz, when he scored that Champions League final goal, he's been protected for years. Are you sure this is not
projectile as a Man City fan?
No, absolutely, he's a failure. Ask Vice, is Havertz not a failure? Be honest.
I prefer
has he not failed?
Speak, man. I prefer not.
80, yeah, there you are. Okay. Tom Pulisic, has he not failed?
100%.
Okay, the likes of Jimmy Bullard, Mason Mount, yeah, he does well.
Jimmy Bullard?
Headless chicken. Yeah, that's his nickname. I call him Jimmy Bullard. He runs around headless chicken. He wins games, but then he disappears in other games. Has he done well? Is he consistent? No.
That's rude, man. That is rude.
But you got these kind of players, and then you got Sterling. Then you got Bob. They got individualistic. They haven't got the Arsenal. Arsenal have got a team of youngsters who are enthusiastic of winning. These guys are arrogant. They're like, yo, I got Champions League. Oh yeah, Obama, what do you have? Oh, I got an FA Cup. I can show you next Friday. Oh, Sterling. Oh yeah, I got 4 Premier League. These guys are egomaniac guys. Egomaniac team with egomaniac fans.
Yo, let me just stop you there, Hamza. We know about Chelsea's attackers. They don't attack after they come to Chelsea Football Club. We know their defense is their biggest strength, and their best goal scorers are also their defenders. Their midfield, they haven't invested in for like 2 years. It's now getting boring, guys.
4 years, actually.
I want to talk about Newcastle because Chelsea have been getting cooked this whole stream. I feel like Newcastle, the actual story. Newcastle are a good team. Newcastle are a top 4 contender. Newcastle are a serious threat to break into that top 4 this season. And we're sitting here talking about Chelsea. Chelsea's dead and gone. If Newcastle get their act together,
Chelsea are not dead and gone.
Are not getting
Chelsea not dead and gone.
Rats.
Man United
Leave it alone. I told you we're underdogs, Rats.
Bro, I personally had Chelsea outside of my top 4 from the beginning of the season.
Amen.
And I still have them outside of my top 4.
Amen. 48-56.
But I had Newcastle 8th. I didn't think they were going to be 4th. Newcastle are easily going to be top 6 this season. Does anyone disagree?
Nope.
They're going to Europa League easy.
I had them 7th, by the way.
I had them 8th.
I had them 8th. I had Eddie Howe as my manager this season.
I thought they'd see conference.
He's definitely going to potentially win that as long as Arteta doesn't win the league. Because if Arteta wins the league, honestly, after the Leicester season, this is probably the most impressive title win in a long time if we do win it. But yeah. Anyways, enough about Arsenal, enough about Chelsea. People in the chat saying majority of them are saying it's the players, but there's one specific thing. Endricks to Chelsea. You guys aren't getting that Brazilian. He's not coming to Chelsea.
Football
He's
heritage.
going to Real Madrid.
He had dinner with Thiago Silva, guys. Remember, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We act as if they don't understand who this guy is. This guy is the greatest defender of his generation. He's the greatest.
Okay.
He's the greatest.
Okay. People are saying Todd Bowley. Todd Bowley's clueless. I said that. Another one here saying Todd Bowley's clueless. Is Todd Bowley the problem?
He's the problem, yeah.
Can I wait. The thing is, okay, I know you said we're going to move on from the Chelsea thing, but
Dammy's, we got to talk about Man United because Dammy's got to go.
Okay, cool. All right, fine.
No, you can go. Yeah, you can finish. No, finish what you were going to say.
Just quickly about Chelsea. Look, obviously things haven't gone ideally, right? And I understand where Bice is coming from. The thing is, there were problems at Chelsea before Potter got there, and there's been a lot of turmoil. Obviously, the ownership change, new structure coming in. They want to change their way they recruit. They want to change their backroom stuff. All that stuff, longer term, will stand them in good stead. Potter has more experience of being a manager than Arteta did. Now, you can't just pick one example and say, okay, because of this, then that, because there's 100 other managers who've had more experience or less experience than Arteta, and they've turned out to be successful and failures. So I'm not saying that's a reason. I think Potter long term will end up being a success at Chelsea, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time for Chelsea to put their backroom staff and their recruitment people. The guys they brought in from Red Bull have a solid foundation. But I know you're doing that, and there's going to be pain. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea don't get top 4 this season, and it's going to be painful. But I also said this at the start of the season: the most difficult thing for Chelsea fans to deal with is going to be the whole cultural change, because you've come from a situation where Abramovich is the guy, and Abramovich is gone now. So you've got to work out a different way of doing things, and Chelsea fans aren't used to it. But long term, I think this will make Chelsea a better club. Whether you'll be, winning as many Premier Leagues as you won under Abramovich, probably not. But the whole Premier League has changed. No one's going to get those kind of numbers, apart from perhaps City or Newcastle if they ever get up there.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to everyone. Leicester fan in the house. Big up Leicester. I was actually at Stratford after the Leicester West Ham game, and I seen a bunch of Leicester fans, and they told me Leicester are amazing. They're gonna get top 4. I'm like, okay, we'll see. But yeah, yeah, these guys, Leicester fans, man, they're delusional. Anyways, every fan base has a little bit of delusion in them. But Hamza's back. Moving on now. I know, Dammy, you wanted to talk about Man United. Let's talk about Man United. Your boy, whatever his name is, how do you pronounce it? Alejandro Garnacho. Talk to me about him.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. He's slightly different, He's a good young kid. Obviously, he came through and he had a little bit of a few problems, not with attitude, but like being late. And obviously, the manager said it, and that's why. Because I was wondering at the start of the season, and a few other people were, as to why he wasn't getting more game time, because I think we kind of needed a different perspective up front. And Bruno said it as well. So it was clear to see that he wasn't pulling his weight up, but you can see that he's got the talent. The fact that he kind of started to move off of Eriksen, and then the pace that he used to get into the box to finish the move off is different. He just needs to keep his head down. And obviously, Ten Hag is good with like young players. You can see what he did at Ajax with De Jong. Whether De Ligt is a stripper, it doesn't matter. De Ligt, DVB, he's currently with. So if he just gets his head down, I think this will be one of the guys that he uses for his project, because he's a good young player. He's done good at the youth ranks. So we have to wait and see. But overall, in terms of the game, it was a shocking game from us. There was times when Fulham were on top. They were dominating the possession. They were dominating the control of the game. And I was shocked because obviously our midfield isn't that good, and that is a weak point. Because of the fact that Eriksen, who's playing in the 2, the deep line playmaker with Casemiro, he doesn't do a lot. He doesn't do anything off the ball because he can't press. He literally can't. So you're expecting him to do all different things, and you're just leaving Casemiro to do the one-man pressing by himself. So that's why we're getting so exposed in that midfield, and it's not helping us control games. But overall, I'm very happy with the win. We get to leave for the World Cup with a win, and we're, I think, 3 points off or 4 points off Newcastle, and that's the aim for the season.
All right. Anyone else want to talk about Man United? Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the full game. I seen the highlights, but the Garnacho guy, he's looking good, man. He's looking good. So give me your thoughts on him, guys. More or less in the game, because the game was a 2-1 victory, late winner. Shout out to Man United for showing that fight to get through it. Usually they wouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, Rack, did you watch the game?
No, but I watched a bit of the preliminary where that iShow Speed guy was distraught about Ronaldo not playing. But that was about it. I didn't watch the game, man.
You know what? That Speed is definitely the most famous guy in the UK right now. Like that
so
kid,
funny, man.
That kid's level of fame is unmatched at this moment in time. Did you guys see he was doing Sky Sports interviews? The guy's literally in the Sky Sports room before the game. The guy was connected to the Fulham's club internet to do his live streaming during the match.
Yeah.
That's him there, man. He's talking to like Jamie Redknapp and someone before the game when he found out that Ronaldo's not playing.
Yeah,
the man asked him if Pogba was playing. Also, he was even in a Fulham kit before the game.
Yeah. They gave him a kit. They gave him a kit, bro. You see, with Americans, it's more about like, you know what I mean? He's just showing love, you know what I'm saying? Remember, he's a young kid, doesn't really understand fan culture as much. So you have to learn. Like he has a West Ham kit as well, that the West Ham official club made for him. I think he got another one from United. He got one from United as well. So I'm just happy for the kid, man. He's 19, doing his thing. But yeah, on United, I told you guys about them. Everybody was saying, bias, they're not gonna be finishing the top 6. I say, yo, chill out. These guys, all they needed was structure and some players that would make a difference in the locker room, and that's what they went out this summer. They got that direction. Everybody's saying, bias, I can't take United serious. I said, listen, you can't. You glorify Liverpool for finishing second so much, yet these guys have finished second twice in the last 5 years, and you choose to ignore them. Why? There's something there. Like the ingredients are there. It's just like certain players, certain guys ain't pulling the weight, and you have a manager that's holding everybody accountable, who's doing all the right things, saying all the right things, involving young players. Because let's be real, like, they've been trying to sell me a dream on Chung for the past how long now, and we all know where that guy's at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? So I just like what they're doing. The football looks nice. The players are expressing themselves. They play with character. Harry Maguire isn't on the pitch. Like, they just look so different, and I'm jealous. I can't lie.
Who played at the back with Martinez?
Lindelof.
Oh, okay.
And Malacia right back.
You know what? It is Fulham, and I generally do believe, from what I've seen, Fulham, if they had Mitrovic, they would have scored, because they had so many chances.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Can't really argue.
I think that's a fair analysis of the game. But let's be honest, the Manchester United game was not the main story. The main story was these lot bottling it and dropping points to Brentford, and Ivan Toney putting on a show versus Manchester City, and former Arsenal Academy player set up that assist for the second goal, by the way.
Bro, no one cares, bro. What are we doing here? No one cares about those guys.
You don't care. I care. Anyways.
Everybody see on Twitter, Haaland.
Bro, Haaland single-handedly beat Cobham on the weekend 2-1. I mean 1-0. So I wouldn't be talking if I were you. Joe Willock did score the winner versus you guys. But yeah, let's move on. Hamza, talk to me about your boys bottling it, dropping points again. Manchester City's defense is no longer looking as serious as it used to be. You guys are no longer this super defensive team like a couple years ago, and you're leaking goals left, right, center. This season already, you've conceded 14 goals. I'm not sure that Man City of last year would have done that, but hey, it is what it is. Talk to me. What are you saying? How you feeling?
Yeah, it was a shock result. I'll say shock result. It's a shock result that we've seen before. Like, let's say, for example, you've seen great teams losing games. We've seen when South Korea knocked out Italy in the World Cup, South Korea beating Spain. We've seen France losing to Senegal. I've seen those great shocks. It was a shock in that tone. Listen, one thing about it is they came to our home with a shameful tactic of sit back. I'm happy with 1 point. Let's not take a 1-0. Losing 1-0 is okay. 0-0 is great. If we win, that's a shock. It's impossible. So their manager told me, yo, sit back. They had 9 guys at the back. They packed their whole plane. Bro, you can't pass it. I could have put Zidane, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Luis Figo, and said, yo, get at them. They can't. Because these guys were dirty. They were sat back, and all they did is shoot, kick it, and run. And you know what? City, I blame City players. City players, a lot of them are going to the World Cup. And they know they have to carry countries. KDB has to carry Trossard. No, I'm just saying. So they didn't want to get injured.
Are you going to mention?
They want to get injured. Brentford will never beat me. Never. I don't think.
Are you going to mention the diving? Are you going to mention the diving? There was a lot of diving.
The thing is, great. Listen, let me see. That one, you know what? He put his hand up, but it's happened to all of us. We've all dived. Great players like Zidane, Ronaldo's dived. So big hypocrites. I know Saka, biggest dive. Your football club has a dive as well. Saka has dived multiple times. I've seen it. Bro, Jesus has dived at my club. Bro, you dive. You dive. But you know one thing? We missed our opportunity. We missed chances like Gundogan. They had 25% ball possession. Bro, can you congratulate them and say, well done for getting smash and grab on 25% ball possession? 25. Imagine you don't get the ball. What? Really? That's the aim. No, this is the Brentford. Everyone told me they play beautiful football. Do they play beautiful football? There you are. Did you entertain? Did you feel entertained?
Bro, all I hear is a lot of complaining.
Excuses. They tactically outsmarted you guys.
No, but did you predict this? Did you predict this?
No, I didn't. But at the same point, you can see a game, watch a game, and after it's done, you can say, you know what? This is what they did. They got their goal in the 16th minute. They tried to hold on for the whole game, and in the final minutes of the game, in the 90th minute onward, they said, you know what? Let's try to win the game.
No. They did. No, they did.
Hamza's coming from the Hamza. You're coming from the Pep Guardiola excuse book now because you've done this again when you lost.
Don't you mean Klopp?
When you came to us under Mourinho and we had about 30% possession, we beat you 2-0. Pep Guardiola was using all the same excuses, bad football and that, and Mourinho was like, hold on. Mourinho was like, okay, you can have the ball for 70% possession. I'll take 3 points. They are the smallest team. They're coming to your ground.
What's that background noise?
Premier League winners, 4 out of 5 seasons, a great squad, one of the best strikers in young strikers in world football. What do you expect us to do? Come and play open, expansive football so you can pummel them 7-0? Or are small teams going to come to your ground and hold out and try and do what they did? That's what they're going to do. So you've got to expect and be able to break them down. You have done all the time. It just wasn't your day. So less of the excuses, because it seems like all you're doing is making excuses for your team.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying factual things. I'm saying factual statements like 25% ball possession, negative football.
Hamza, what do you think they should have done?
Play football, man. Come on, play the ball. Fair enough. But people say
Hamza, do you think they should? But Man City are a better football team than Brentford. Can we agree that?
Yeah, we're better. We're way better.
You're okay. You're way better. So them coming and playing you at the things that you're best at is not really in their interest, right?
Bro, but they were so. Listen, they had 9 men at the back. They had no intention to play ball. Let me tell you, they had no intention to play ball.
Hamza, that's a blatant lie. Let me say this.
That's a lie. That's complete.
One second.
They did not play through the middle 5 times.
Did they not have 3 clear-cut chances in the first half before they scored?
Tony should have got a hat-trick.
Did they or did they not
4
have
goals at least? 4 goals.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, so how are you going to say that they parked the bus when before they scored the opening goal? Before they scored the opening goal, and also Bernardo Silva, that situation, the VAR situation. Did you think that was a handball?
Yeah, that was a handball. Yeah, 100%. And I think it was a penalty. That one was on the line, roughly, but they're fine. I'm not gonna make excuses. We have to beat them. But listen, we had open chances. Don't let me bring my open chances.
One quick point. But you guys know what XG is, right? It's the quality of the chances created. Now, some of these came at the end of the game. Brentford, I read this before. Brentford, compared to every other team in the last 5 years that have played City, no team has created as much XG at Man City than Brentford did. Brentford's XG 3.29, Manchester City's 1.61. They beat you on XG by over 1.5.
Hold on, Rax.
That doesn't happen.
You know what's very interesting about XG? You know, Chelsea's XG going into that Newcastle game was 0.1.
Listen, can I just say something?
0.1 going into the Newcastle game. Chelsea's XG.
Yeah,
thank you.
Wait.
Guys, can we acknowledge one thing? They had the ball. They had the ball in their own half. 2 passes, and it was a goal. The final goal in the 98th minute was one man took the ball from his side of the pitch, from inside his own box, ran almost 90 yards, then made one pass to De Silva. De Silva went into the box, crossed it across to Tony, and that was it. And you know what? It could have even been 4-0.
Do you know what? Before
negative, I want to face them tomorrow, man.
It could have been 4. One second. Do you guys know? After they scored the 98th minute winner, they still almost had a goal.
They had another chance.
And it was cleared off the line.
The City threw men up front. City have to be.
What are you talking about, my guy? No
Okay, let me tell you one thing we need, and you guys haven't clocked it. One thing we need, and I've been telling City fans, when we miss Kyle Walker, there was a player that played the right back there. When KDB kept playing, there's no wing backs. John Stones being playing right back was just useless. There's no point. We played with 10 men. John Stones wasn't doing anything. John Stones Did you see John Stones coming up front on 2 or 3 occasions? Every time he doesn't know what to do. He's not right back. We need to get a right back. We need to get a right back. But you know what? One thing.
Hamza, before I go, I just want to quickly say that you're making a lot of excuses here, and I don't understand it, because you want to be treated.
I'm telling you the truth.
Wait, let me just say, you want to be treated like the biggest boys in the world. You want to be treated like the prime Arsenal, prime Chelsea, prime Barcelona, prime Man United, prime Liverpool. Teams are going to do this to you just like they did to them. But we all didn't make excuses and sit there and say, they're hoofing it, did it, this, did it. We just got on with it and found ways to beat those low blocks. So why are you always making excuses for teams doing what they need to do to get points?
I blame my players. Focusing on the World Cup as a main tournament. They were focused. They didn't want to get injured. No, listen. If you're KDB, ask yourself. If you're KDB and the likes of Bernardo Silva, Laporte, and all that, you're going to the World Cup. You're guaranteed. You're seeing players getting injured. Why am I going to risk it all against little Brentford? Ivan Toney didn't even get called in. These are guys are not going. They have nothing to lose. They know they're going to be watching Bernardo Silva in 3 weeks' time. Bro, my guys are thinking too much about the World Cup. Mark my words. Remember what I say to you now. We will play Brentford at home and we will beat them in their home. And that will prove it to you. You'll come back to me and say, Hamza, I apologize. You're right. You're better than them. But that World Cup was the reason why you lost.
Hamza, you don't get any apologies being the most expensive team in world football, a £1 billion team. Losing to Brentford. Bro, Brentford doesn't cost more than Haaland.
No, 50 million. Haaland was 50 million.
No. Don't forget how much Haaland costs behind on the books. How much he costs wages. How much does he cost wages?
50 million, man. Forget the wages, man. Forget forget the wages, man. People are obsessed with Haaland.
Before Hamza came out of his excuses, can I just touch on something you said?
World Cup isn't an excuse. It's an excuse for everyone to lose.
No one.
For God's sake. How Ivan Toney is not going to this World Cup is beyond me. I think it's criminal that he wasn't.
I like Toney, man.
Yeah. So who did drop?
Calvin Phillips has played 56 minutes this season and he's getting a World Cup appearance. This is disgusting.
Football heritage. The team that you play for.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, guys. If we know why he's not going.
No. It's not confirmed. I'm so sorry, yeah. If he gets that ban in 6 weeks' time, why can't he go to the World Cup now, play for us, and then get the ban? What's the point? What's the point in pretending that it's this ban thing? He doesn't get it for 7 weeks.
Let's be real. Even if he goes, he's not going to play.
Yeah, because the manager's a prick.
Yeah.
Harry Kane is going to play.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but the manager's a prick. So what are we doing here? He doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't know why guys are getting so upset about last guys on the bench. Like Tomori doesn't go. Who cares? The guy.
Do you mean like Tomori should be a starter in that team over Eric Dyer?
Anyways,
but it's also about being right. It's also about doing the right thing, man. Like these guys should be on. They should be there. And we've got like a useless manager, and we've got useless players there ahead of him. It's not fair. Like, if there's no incentive, what?
Guys, we have 7 days to preview that. Let's get on to the next game. Alan, you want to say something?
No, very quickly, I would drop to take Tony. I would drop either Rashford or I'd drop Wilson. I know Wilson's in form, but Tony's a more clinical finisher. I'll drop both of them to have.
Not Rashford. Not Rashford. Wilson, 100%.
Yeah. I would take
drop Conor Gallagher and take an extra attacker.
Put Maddison in midfield and then take Conor Gallagher out. You're correct.
All that, yeah. Either way, I'd take loads. I'd take him over loads of them.
JWP over Matt Gallagher too, by the way. But that's just me, innit?
100%. That ain't just you, brother.
Okay, it's not just me.
Okay. Moving on to the next game now. By the way, when I was saying Haaland gets paid more than every single person on that Brentford team. So if you take his wages,
tell them to get the money.
350 a week.
And you compare it to what some of those players in that team are making, it's not comparable. That's what I was saying. But to say I'm lying, I'm not lying. I'm dead serious.
He gets 350 a week, man. Forget this theory about
Man City fans want all the plaudits, but as soon as you throw the amount they pay people and everything like that, and the amount of resources they have, they're like, oh, but it's only this, it's only that, and all that. You like
350.
Don't like the caveat.
350 a week for a guy who scored 18 league goals. He scored more league goals.
Hamza, Brentford's most expensive player is Ivan Toney. He gets 46k per week.
That's criminal.
Congratulations. That's the reason why he's not going World Cup. That's what he doesn't like. If he's that great, he'd be earning more.
Okay.
Hamza legend,
Hamza, you're deflection king. No wonder the Man City faithful love you. Guys, what game do you guys want to talk about next? Tottenham Leeds. Let's talk about Tottenham Leeds.
Oh, please, let's not talk about those guys, man. Jesus.
I'm gonna let
word there, Bash. Remember where you are in the table.
Alan, listen. It's not even about position, bro. I thought I knew terrorist football. I I saw Jose do it. You know what I mean? I saw Tuchel do it. I saw Di Matteo do it. Jesus, I saw Di Matteo do it. I've never seen football this bad in a long time.
You seen Chelsea's recent results?
Listen, brother. Listen. Say what you want. We're not. Alan, are you being serious right now, brother? Jose has played more expensive football than Conte is doing right now.
I don't deny it, but you're coming at me with most like bad football, and look where Chelsea.
That's terrorism.
I speaking of Tottenham, I actually went to the game. You know, Jules, my fellow ex-co-host, I took his ticket. I bought it off him, and so I was front row, literally the second row. I think you call it second row. So I got to see everything. And I can't lie to you, Harry Maguire had this accolade as the worst player I've seen live, but somebody has taken his place. And can you guess who this is? It's never too late to go college, bro. He is shit.
He's awful. He's awful. But some of our
Eric Dyer's bad, but Emerson Royale was easily the worst.
How is he a Brazilian?
I don't know.
Easily
the right back, man.
Alan, did you see the one where you got the ball in the first half, you squared it to him and he hits it over the bar? Like it was an open goal. Couldn't believe it. They booed him off the pitch. They cheered when he was.
The worst thing for that is that it was passed to him on the wing, and then literally he looks in the middle and crosses it in the middle of the park, and it's a Newcastle player, goes, "Thanks, mate," and runs up the other end with it. It's like, what on earth is he doing? I can't stand him, and some of our Spurs fan base think he's good. I just don't get it. I really do not. He hurts my eyes watching him. It really does. Like every time I watch him, I think I need glasses more and more.
Just think you've never seen Michael Hector play football, brother. Jesus.
You know what? I'm gonna go to the comments in a second.
Never too late college, bros. Never too
late. I do that. Let me ask you guys a genuine question. every time Leeds scored, did you think Tottenham lost? Every time Leeds scored, they take the lead. I thought Tottenham lost.
Yeah,
I'm like 1-0 up, Leeds, or whatever the score was. And then Rodrigo scores. I'm like, yes, Leeds are going to win. Then Rodrigo scores again. I'm like, yes, Leeds are going to win. And then somehow, out of nowhere, Bentancur scores 2 goals and Leeds defense just is...
Kulusevski is special.
Oh, yes. That's what I was...
He is a special player.
Yeah.
He is a special player. That guy created that second goal for Bentancur out of nothing. It was ridiculous.
Has he signed for Tottenham already? Has he signed for Spurs already?
No, he hasn't.
So we've got him on
No,
loan.
but they've...
Oh, he hasn't? You guys ain't going for that to finalize that deal?
No, we're going to. It'll be cost us about 30 million, I think, for him. So
yeah, it's all locked in. It's all locked in. It's all locked in.
Yeah. It best be. If we somehow fumble that, then I want. I want. No, I'm being serious. If we somehow fumble that,
funny.
I want English. I want Joe Lewis. I want Daniel Levy. Oh, I want him away from this. I don't want him in this country. They can fuck right off. It will proper piss me off. But in going back to the game, I still am Conte out because no disrespect to Leeds if there's any Leeds fans, but Leeds come into our ground. We let them. It's the way we set up. So we are so defensive that we went behind 3 times to Leeds. No disrespect to them, but we should be putting a team like that to bed. And it's the same that happened in the previous game with Nottingham Forest. It happened in the Champions League games with Marseille, but we went behind and then we had to show up in the second half. Sporting Lisbon. It also happened against United. It happened against Liverpool. It happened against Newcastle. And it's just been for so long. And people are like, yeah, I'm still Conte out. No, I'm not poaching. I don't want to mess your name up, mate. So I'm not going to say I apologise. Pranav, I think it is. Not poaching at all. It's gone for so long, but some Spurs fans are going, oh, great performance. Oh, we came back 3 times. But then they're complaining our players look tired. Well, if you rather than sit back and then have to play to your max for 90 minutes because you're going behind all the time, if you're to start on the front foot, bury a team in 55, 60 minutes, which you know you can do, when you've got the players to do it, and then rest them, you're not going to have a knackered team. And it just blows my mind that Spurs fans are thinking these type of performances are fine. Okay, we're still in the top 4 and we're through to the last round of 16. We should have qualified for the last round of 16 in the Champions League a lot sooner than we did. And to be honest, some of them results were in the Premier League. We should be, I'll be absolutely honest, we should be third level on points or even ahead of Man City in the table. That's how poor we've been in dropping points. We should have had more points than we have at this moment in time. And yeah, from that, seeing the way we set out, just continually contain all that, Spurs fans go, oh, our weakest position is our defence. But then you sit so fucking defensive and allow 15, 20 shots against really bad players who are then making errors, leading to goals and being nervous and twitchy at the back because you're saying, this is our weakness, attack us. It makes no sense. I'm sorry. It's absolutely piss poor. And I will be Conte out. I will be Conte out continually.
Okay, so Conte out. Guys, you're hearing it here. Anybody here think Conte should stay?
I think he should, only because he hasn't finished whatever the fuck he's trying to cook. So it's true though. So because he's a winner, and I did want him at Man United. So I'm not going to be hypocritical. I just want to see what in his head he thinks he's trying to do, and if like next season we see it and it still stinks, yeah, he's got to go. Because the one thing about Conte is when it don't go well for him, he self-destruct and move incredibly mad. Like why are you playing some of these dog shit players when you know they stink? So, like Alan said, I personally will just see how it is and see when he finishes his project, and then we'll go from there.
Do you think they needed to play Carling Cup? Like in terms of Carling Cup, they needed to win a cup competition.
Yeah, that's the thing. Gid's comment there is I think we need a trophy. Everyone knows about that. So in the trophy that's probably the most likely for Spurs to win, you go 2-0 down to Nottingham Forest, and then you take off Harry Kane and put on Richarlison. What kind of crack was he smoking to think that was a fantastic idea? No, I don't. It's just, it wound me up watching it, and it still winds me up now. I'm sorry. It's just, I've had enough. I really have.
Sanchez is worse than
I think the difficult thing is, I'm pretty sure that obviously Spurs fans want to win a trophy, but the ENIC guys, the guys on the board, they will want to get Champions League football again because that's the cash cow that allows them to kind of keep bringing in the money. Obviously, Spurs There's been talk about Spurs being set
Let's
for
not
quite a while.
forget. Spurs turned down Kim Min Jae, that's playing for Napoli now.
Seriously?
Wow.
So
we're back in for him. We're going to go back in for him too.
Right. He's going to cost at least 80.
It's too late now, but I'm just going to show you guys this. Have you seen this? Definition of Tottenham. So the man has had a trophy in every year that he's played football since the year that he left Tottenham. Besides the year that he came back on loan.
He won the MLS, bro. Like, this is... And you guys are saying the MLS is easy to win. Let's just say Miguel Almiron, the guys you praising now, Miguel Almiron, he won it before he left as well. So let's put some respect on his name.
Anyways, guys, another person we have to put respect on. But before we move on from Tottenham, anybody have anything else to say? Because we got to move on to this final team. And
free Højbjerg. Bring him to the bridge.
No, free Højbjerg. People obviously don't give him enough credit. People don't give him enough credit, but Bentancur has been on another level this season. He's been
best player on your team this season.
Yeah. Get me Højbjerg though.
Hey. You can have Højbjerg. Hold on. Højbjerg's had good games, don't get me wrong, but there's some games where he has been absolutely awful, getting beaten to out of position. He's not as good. He looks good because he gives a lot of effort, but no, awful.
You know what?
You can have
Juventus, honestly, all their rejects are actually really good. We need to
rejects. Allegri is the final boss.
15 million.
Simeone is the final boss. Allegri is the boss before you get to Simeone. That's all I say.
Allegri must be one of the worst managers when it comes
to Conte is the secret level boss.
Yeah, let's go to Rax. Rax, we need a smile on your face, bro. Talk to us about Darwin Núñez being not actually being a flop. Guys, I might have to put my hand up. Who said Darwin Núñez a flop here, guys? I said he was a flop. Hamza?
And keep that state. I didn't see me at the end of the season.
I didn't see me at the end of the season. I'm putting my hand up. I'm saying I was wrong. I think he's actually Liverpool. I think Darwin Núñez is actually going to be good for Liverpool.
Get out.
Listen, the man just bagged the brace the weekend. He's bagging goals left, right, center. He has 8 goals this season.
Here, man.
I'm gonna put my hand up. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Darwin Núñez actually might work out well for Liverpool because he's doing well now. He's starting to do better. And maybe second half of the season, after he comes back from the World Cup, we might see even more. So I'm just gonna put my hand up and I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm backtracking on the whole flop thing. I think I was wrong on that.
No, where's your heart, bro? Where's your hate? Dig deep, bro. This is too weak for me. This is too weak.
It's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere, guys.
It's too weak, bro. What's this?
It's realistic, bro. Let's be real. Let's be real for a second. We called the man a flop. We bashed him. We ran him through the street and shamed him for comparing him to Haaland. But guess what? The man is starting to perform. Maybe he's never going to reach the Haaland level. But the way he's performing right now, he's going to be decent come the end of the season.
Is he going to be Jesus level, do you think, or above?
He can't. He's literally not good.
He knows exactly what he's doing with that compliment. He knows exactly what he's saying.
He's not good at football.
Say it.
I can't believe that he can't think about it.
But Hamza's got a little halo. Hamza's got a little halo over his head when he says that.
Good at football, bro. Like, terrible. He's just lucky.
I'll tell you this. He's better than Alvarez.
Excuse me?
No.
Who's
Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez already scored many goals.
Who?
How many goals?
Julian Alvarez. He's better than Alvarez.
No chance. He's not bad. He's not better than Alvarez.
That is a stinker. That is... Guys, get your notepad out. He's
not bad than Alvarez.
Listen. Anyone who wants to take their moment right now and sign their Núñez apology letter, you can do that. I'm not going to.
Look at Vice Ryan a letter.
I'm pretty.
I would like to make an apology.
Listen. There's people I've called flops. There's people who I said were going to be underwhelming. Raheem Sterling, I never apologized to him yet. Raheem Sterling, he's still been shit, and he's gonna continue to be bad because Chelsea's attack is poor.
Okay, 124-38. Raheem
Manchester City. Manchester City have no players that I've criticized. Man United, I criticized that short guy. What's his name? Lisandro Martinez. He's actually decent. And then when it comes to Tottenham, the guys that I criticize at Tottenham, even Alan himself would make fun of Eric Dyer and Royale. So it's not really hard. And then when it comes to Liverpool, the Van Dijk has been shocking all season. Fabinho is playing like Adair for the taxi driver. And then who else we got? Nunes. So yeah, Nunes is the only one that's really like a L.
So Gal, you said Darwin Nunes is better than Julian Alvarez. I will never forget that comment.
He has been better. That's what
he hasn't.
Wait, can I just
amazing.
In regards to this season, I sat on it.
Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah.
Okay, we'll come to you.
In regards to Nunes, I think at the start of the season, before obviously the ball was kicked, I said that I thought the first season that Darwin Nunes would probably or could outscore Haaland. Obviously, that's not going to happen. That was a prediction before the start of the season. But I never said he was shit. I said
about Nunes.
Wait. Before the ball was kicked by us, you wouldn't know about that because your team doesn't score. So anyway, so yeah, for me, I said that. So I've never said he was shit. I just said he was underperforming. But if you deep it, he's scored 5 goals. Jesus, having a belter of a season, has scored 6. 1 goal in it between the two, and one's been a massive flop apparently, and one's had a great season. Just to make you aware of where you stand with goals scored.
Look at the quality of chances missed.
A guy in the comments said, "I'm sorry that Darwin Nunes doesn't play for us. We've got a shit guy already up front. Why do I need another shit guy? Like, relax."
Yo, even bigger flop than Lukaku. What? Who's a bigger flop than Lukaku? I'm confused.
Listen, Grealish was the biggest flop last season. I stand by that.
No, this season, guys.
The narrative around, I understand that everybody
he needs to play like Almiron.
He's playing better than Almiron. This year he's playing like
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Yeah.
Almiron's cooking him.
No, he's playing better. He's playing like Luis Figo this year. Watch him.
What's 127.05? Yeah, that's 127.05.
Who's playing like Luis Figo?
Grealish. Grealish is playing absolutely like Luis Figo. Like he gets them. Listen, ask Vice, come off mute. Against your team, what did Grealish do to you guys? That's the level he's been playing. He's just been injured.
Bro,
what?
No. Against your team, Chelsea, on Wednesday, what did he do to you guys?
He humiliated nothing, bro. He barely.
Are you joking?
We locked him up. We locked him up.
He was man of the match. He gets the ball like Figo.
Guys, this was the moment. To hold him down. 1 second, Mandem. This was the moment we were supposed to give Liverpool some love for actually being in the top 6. They're now actually they're back in the top 6. They're back in the picture. They're ahead of Chelsea. They're 4 points behind Man Utd.
Leave Chelsea out of this, man.
We have to mention Chelsea. They're 7 points. They're 7 points off the top 4. Liverpool have somehow climbed out of their big issues, and you know what? They're looking like they could potentially get back into the top 4 quite easily come the new year, and maybe. A lot of us guys who said Liverpool might be out of the picture this year are going to be eating our words. Rax, how you feeling about
Can I talk? Okay. Yeah. So our problems aren't over. Anybody who watched the game yesterday will know in the second half, Alisson saved us a couple of really good chances by Southampton. And we're not back. We're still not back. I've said it a few weeks in a row. We're not back yet. Whether we will come back is a huge, huge question mark. Maybe there's they have a break over the World Cup, some of our key players, all this kind of stuff. Maybe we make some reinforcements January. Who knows? Maybe that's going to be enough to shift the needle. I really, really hope so.
Get that comment.
The way we're playing right now.
So that's a no Vice. Yeah. You don't want Ronaldo. Anyways. Go ahead.
So look, we're not back. Do I think we're capable of coming back? Yes, we are capable of putting outstanding performances in. We put an outstanding performance against Man City. We put in a very good performance against Napoli. We are capable of it. Will we do it consistently? Right now, I don't think any Liverpool fan can say that with confidence. But I hope so. That's all you can do as a fan, right? You hope. As far as Nunes is concerned, look, he's not the most elegant of players. Anybody who watched him before that knows that. But he will score goals if you give him opportunities. He's 22 years old, and we signed him for a lot of money. But just like Man United when they signed Rio Ferdinand, Rooney, and these guys, they ended up playing for Man United for 10 years. So if you take that €100 million price tag, £85 million, whether you want to include bonuses, all that kind of stuff, if he plays for us for 10 years, this season, for example, I think he will score 15 league goals.
Did you just bring up Wasa?
No, but the point it's not that. The point is that if he plays for Liverpool for 10 years, then he could end up being worth it. Like, it's a lot of money, but over that period of time, fair enough. This season, I think he will score 15 league goals. If he scores more than that, even better. But I don't think that's overhyping considering the money he's cost. But I expect him to get better and better. Not the assist, not the goal that he scored this weekend, but the assist that he got for Salah last week. I know people criticise him for his first touch. The ball was played into him by Robertson hard, and he controlled it with his left foot, played it on his right foot. Salah touched it and scored a goal last week. He will improve. Is he elegant? No. But a lot of players, look, Hamza, Haaland is the most effective striker in the league, probably arguably in the world. He's not. I'm sure you can agree. He's also not the most attractive. So Núñez is not the most attractive. As long as he's effective, I can take it.
So what we saying, people? Liverpool, are they back?
Klopp, you can never
league goals. Does anyone think that he will score less than 15 league goals? I mean, 15. I think 15 is quite high considering his first season.
I think he'll score more.
He's got 5 so far. He's got more.
He'll get 15. He'll get 15.
Yeah, I just want to go back to that criminal statement by Hamza and saying of Grealish is playing like Figo. How dare you? How dare you?
I had to write it down.
No. But this season, I have to say that he gets the ball, he dribbles one pass. Luis Figo, he dummies you, he takes another touch. He was cooking Chelsea. At one point, I thought, this reminds me of Luis Figo back at Real Madrid or Barcelona. This guy is absolute. The way he's got confidence of taking on players, I've not seen that confidence. Grealish is back, baby.
Hamza, you are so shameless. Oh, wow. How are you? Oh, can we acknowledge Liverpool first before we get back to
sorry, it's Liverpool.
I'm just trolling Hamza. I'm trolling him.
He's gonna start doing his laugh. But yo,
listen, I just want to shout. I just want to shout out Netweed09. He called him Antonio Putin. That's what Conte. Anyway,
that is ruthless. But yo, people in the chat, let me know what you guys are saying. Mo Salah has done 15 goals this season.
No,
he hasn't scored.
Like 7.
He's on 7. 6 or 7. I think 6 or 7. Yeah,
around 15. Maybe.
No one's on double figures. He's only Haaland by himself.
You know what, guys?
No, that's a lie. Kane's on 12.
Kane's on 12. Kane's got 12. Kane's got 12.
Let's end off with our team of the season so far. Goalkeeper of the season has to be Alisson, right?
Yeah.
What do we see?
I'd say that.
You guys all agree, Alisson, right?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay, so let's just get the easy candidates out of the way. So who are the easy candidates that we're putting in this team? So Haaland obviously up top, right?
Yeah.
Alisson.
Almiron.
I'm struggling with the name. Anyways, you guys continue.
Almiron,
right wing?
Yeah, he definitely has to get there.
Yeah. Grealish is
KDB. Kevin De Bruyne.
Who? Who's KDB?
Almiron's in. I think Xhaka. Guys, I think Xhaka should be in.
Partey.
Xhaka.
Benson Cool.
Wait, what are we making?
Team of the
season so far.
Yeah.
Show me when I can have some input, please.
Left wing. I say Gabriel Martinelli, left wing.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Benson Cool should be in there in the midfield.
I think most assists, KDB's been there. He's had most assists.
Who's KDB? Who's that?
Bruno Guimaraes has to be there, though.
Kevin De Bruyne has
Bruno, man. Bruno has to be. I think Bruno's ahead of Xhaka, man.
Right back. I say Ben White.
You can get them both in.
I'd go with Partey, KDB,
Trippier. No, Trippier. Right.
Ben White.
Right back should have been Trippier.
Oh, you put Ben White in without even saying his name.
Yeah, Trippier's been the best.
Trippier.
Get Ben White out there. Get Ben White out there. What are you smoking? Get out.
Who's been a better?
Put Trippier on the right where it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah, Trippier, man.
No, Ben White's been better than Trippier.
What?
Stop it. Just
Ben White. Don't get me wrong. Ben White's been very good, but he's just been doing his job. He hasn't had to impact the game or anything like that. Like Kieran Trippier's been asked to.
Who's left back then? You see what I mean?
Centre back, Saliba should be in there.
No,
William Saliba and I think
Saliba.
I think
Martinez.
Lisandro Martinez, yes.
So Lisandro Martinez. But then who's the left back?
Cancelo. Put Cancelo there.
No.
Hell no.
Are you joking? He's been brilliant.
You know what? Put Trippier on the left. Put Ben White back on the right. I'll concede.
No.
Then what are we doing? Are we really putting Cancelo?
I'd rather have no left back than put White in there. Seriously.
Ben White has been.
He's been immense. Like if Trippier is not right back, Ben White should be there. That's just being fair.
No, that's ridiculous.
And
Bruno Guimaraes over that guy, man. What are we doing here?
Yeah, Guimaraes needs to be in there, man.
Bruno Guimaraes.
Where's KDB? KDB. So what? Kigal, you got to take one of those Arsenal guys out and put Guimaraes in there.
Who else did he put? Xhaka. Man, look here, man.
Listen, Xhaka's been amazing this
season. One of those TP words to go out. Okay, you've done it.
Yeah, so I took Partey out. I'll put Bruno Guimaraes.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Xhaka has to be in. Xhaka has to be in.
Okay.
Xhaka has to be in.
Is KDB in there?
KDB's in.
Yeah, KDB's
fair enough.
Right?
So the keeper is still Alisson.
If you look at that team, all of those guys either are not going World Cup or they're eating bench, except KDB. Literally.
What about
seriously, they're basically nobody.
Alisson is starting for his
Alisson.
Hamza, you've been exposed. This whole back line is going to Brazil.
No, but they're not.
Ben White ain't starting. Stop it.
Everyone's going to Brazil except for Haaland and Almiron.
Your guys, Ballon d'Or winners there.
Wait a minute. Hamza, you're
Trippier's dying.
Hamza, what are you talking about? The whole team's going to Brazil for two people.
No, but I'm just saying one second. Haaland's not going. Almiron
and Haaland, that's it.
No, he said they're either not going or holding bench.
Oh, they're sitting bench. Martinelli's sitting bench.
Yeah.
Martinelli's sitting bench.
Ben White's on the bench.
Trippier's starting.
Saliba, Martinez, Trippier.
Bruno Guimaraes is starting.
Saliba's not starting.
Saliba, Trippier, Martinez, and
Saliba's not starting for France.
He's saying they have to.
Saliba starts for France.
Not starting.
Varane is still injured.
Saliba starts.
Konate and Kunde. It's Konate and Kunde.
Kunde plays,
bro. Kunde didn't make it.
Watch, it will be Konate and Kunde. I'm telling you. Saliba's eating bench.
Kunde made it.
Hamza, what are you talking about?
Okay, watch. I'm telling you now. Egal, you'll see.
Saliba's not touching the bench, bro. Saliba's starting,
bro. Do you see how Deschamps actually loves him, bro? Like, Deschamps loves him like a son.
Man guy got cooked against Denmark and got taken off for halftime for the sake of his reputation.
This is what I'm saying. They're playing a back three, and they're using Coleman as a right wing back.
Yep.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to see this.
Yeah, they play 2 strikers at 10, 2 in the pivot, 2 out wide, 3 at the back.
Yeah, and they're doing 3 at the back with Kunde as the right center back. Saliba is the center center back, and then on the other side they have somebody else. It doesn't matter who it is.
Theo Hernandez.
And they have the other Hernandez up top. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Just to let you guys know, tomorrow I'm gonna have an Arsenal stream. Then I got another stream on Tuesday. We're gonna be doing the part 1 of the previews for Qatar, and then we're gonna do Thursday. We're gonna do another preview. I'm gonna do a vlog of me at the awards show, the football content awards show on Wednesday in Manchester. Me, Kaz, and some of the guys from the terrace, we're gonna be headed down. So I'll do a vlog for you guys, and I'll keep you guys updated on the daily Arsenal news if anything's going down with Michaelo Mudryk. But yeah, guys, before we wrap up, quick questions. Is there anything, any other games you guys wanted to talk about? Because I'm not going to lie to you guys. This week, I felt like besides the top 6 games, I didn't watch any of the other games.
Yeah,
there's nothing else to watch. The narrative was all around those top 6 teams to see who would be where by the World Cup, and guess where I am. So let's just end this, man. I'm tired.
And guess where Arsenal is. Anyways, we're out of here, people. You guys have yourselves a good one. And let me know what you guys think about the team. Let me know what you guys think about the team, people. Let me know what you guys think about the team. We're out of here, people. And also, before we go, I'm just gonna show you guys. I made a new World Cup outro video. I'm gonna play that for you guys. But just before we go, are you guys excited for the World Cup or not?
Big time, man.
Yes.
Boys are there, my boys are there. I'm the one that's flying the flag.
Chelsea play, bro.
I'm there.
Anything not to watch Chelsea play football, man. Jesus.
Yeah. Everyone is fake angry. Everyone's fake angry right now about the Qatar thing. Everyone's angry.
Oh, please.
Why is it in Qatar?
They need to shut up and respect the country's laws, man. That's it.
I'm going to Qatar, you know.
You're going?
Damn, you send me a message. You're going?
Yo.
Yeah.
How do you going?
I'm going not.
I know a guy who's got tickets for Saudi Arabia games, but I'm looking for tickets. I'm looking for tickets for the air, but he's got Saudi tickets, Saudi, Argentina, and all that stuff.
Wait, Hamza. If you're going, let me know because I'm there not this week, the week Tuesday after.
What? Are you got accommodation? Are you going to stay with him?
Guys, we'll talk about this after. I got my video. This is my World Cup. This is my World Cup intro. This is the first time I'm showing it live to you guys. Check it out.